Stream. I know we're a little bit late today, but today has been a busy day. Let's go with that. Let me pull up chat, and yeah, we're back. We're back with Sherlock Holmes. Everything's everything's great. Hi, Soko. Welcome back to the stream. And yeah, we'll go with the next case, and we're feeling kind of festive today, sort of. Half festive because I don't have anything actually ready, but yeah. I hope everyone's had a good day, not too stressful, maybe a little bit eventful. For me at least, I'm just happy I got over another 10 test and now there's only one left. Hi Timbo, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. You're right in time for our fourth case. We're back to being detectives, which is technically great, right? I mean, we're good at what we do. We're very good at what we do. So that's obviously great. Is it though? We kind of like to condemn people. we don't really let them talk or anything. We just act, and that's about it. Right. Now, technically, if we go back to Sherlock, does that mean... What does that mean? Where did we even left off? I'm pretty sure Sherlock was... Like, we were waking up Watson in the middle of the night, so I'm not sure what exactly that's about. I'm thinking we're gonna find out soon enough, right? I'm gonna have to see how I can make the headphones work with the hat. But we can make them work, we can make them work. I was looking at the Twitch schedule and it says you stream until 9 PM, although Discord says 8, so you should probably fix it off the stream. Yes, I didn't fix the one on Twitch, so I will have to go and do that, probably, so that they say the same thing. Although the most important part is that it says when it starts, and that's at least right. But thank you, Soka, for letting me know. On Friday, yes, I know. I'll stream on Friday. It's not gonna be 3 hours, most likely. So that is good to know. And let you guys know as well, obviously, because that's why we have a schedule. But speaking of schedules, we'll see how that goes. I'm not that up for running around from toys, pretty much, because I know Poppy is not a nice individual. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that goes well or not. Let's see. We look like a gamer Santa. Does that make sense? Sort of. Right. Did our Sherlock load? There's no sound. Oh no. I didn't even know that Poppy game existed. It's playtime. Poppy Playtime? Is that what it's called? I believe so. Right, so the game works, the music doesn't work. Fantastic. Thank you, OBS. Because I didn't start it with the headphones on. Fantastic. Doesn't matter. Our festive, I don't know. Festive, what is this? It's not season. Our festivities cannot be diminished by that. Humbug? What's a humbug? And also, hi Grey, welcome back, welcome back. We are back with case number 4. Ready for some action. A humbug is a sweet. What type of sweet? What does it look like? What does it look like? The Abbey Grange affair. Isn't this Like a written one as well? Sounds familiar, sort of. The boiled sweets. Boiled. Okay, that sounds interesting.
Into your clothes and come.
The game is afoot. Oh, we know that line. As a saying, it means used to express gum-free dislike of something generally regarded as enjoyable, in particular Christmas.
I've just received a note from
Christmas!
Inspector
You don't like
Lestrade.
Christmas,
A letter from the
Grey?
suburbs. He is in need of my presence.
Christmas
Whenever he
is
has asked for my
fun.
assistance, it has always
But it
turned out
doesn't, it
to
doesn't
be
have to be
entirely
about
justified.
Santa, although
I fancy that every one
all
of his
know
cases
that.
has found
It's
its way
okay.
into your collection.
right. I like Christmas.
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything
What's
from
with
the
the
point of view
weird
of a
noise?
story instead of a scientific exercise.
Rain, maybe? Is that supposed to be rain?
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much
Right,
better
Christmas
to
is
examine this
fun
letter
because
than
it's
to try to
cold.
convince
You stay indoors, watch movies, and do nothing. And there's also, like, I mean, the presents is funnier to give them to people, especially when you make funny presents. Like, they're not necessarily...
You should take a look.
I don't know, it's like an inside joke with your friends. Right? I don't know. I normally spend it with my sister, but I've just decided not to go as there will be other family members
The letter
there
is on the table, Holmes.
who've
You should
refused
take a
to get vaccinated. Right, well that's not nice. And it's also annoying that that kind of not disperses, creates problems,
The letter is
I
on
guess.
the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
But I hope in the future, maybe next Christmas. Which table? We have so many tables here. Watson, you need to be more
The
specific,
letter is
my
on the
dear.
table, Holmes.
Right, this letter. Sherlock Holmes. I want to see who addressed it to me. Brackenstall. What is that? That's a lion. Well, the silver lining of COVID was realizing how stupid some people are, at least. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. And the fact that regulations are not respected. EB. You know Brackenstall? Can you open the damn letter?
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Right, open it.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting
Oh,
that he was in a
Lestrade.
hurry when he wrote this letter.
Wait, it's Lestrade's letter to us? Abbey Grange, Marsham, Kent. My dear Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line, except for releasing the lady. I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Okay, what is this about? It's getting interesting, I'll give it that.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
What a
So you believe that Sir
surprise!
Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that.
3:30.
The local police had to be called in.
How do you
Scotland
know-
Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held
Okay,
somewhere during
fine.
the crime.
Okay, sure.
Much time has been
Deduction
wasted.
time.
Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately.
Sure,
I live in
why
hope
not?
of an interesting morning.
Well, who doesn't? Who doesn't? It all depends on how you start your day. Can I get my mustache? Please. It doesn't relate to anything in the case. It should be absolutely fine. I can't. Wait. Aha, I can. My glasses, please. No. No glasses. And my mustache. No mustache. Why can't I wear any of these? What is the point of having them? I can wear top hat. I don't want a hat. That hat. I want my hat. Fine, I'll take the top hat. If I can't have anything else, might as well take that. Lovely. Well, looking quite dressed up. Just because of the hat. What is this? The Times, a colossal scandal in high society. The well-known and remarkable archaeologist, the pride of our nation, has been found murdered. Oh, this is our case from yesterday. Rocking that Monopoly guy look, I see. Yes, we need a monocle. That's all we're missing. And a cane, right? That would be fantastic. Unfortunately, Holmes does not have the necessary clothes or attire, I guess. Accessories. He needs to accessorize more. We need the fancy shtick. Remember to drop the monocle and shock when you see the victim. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that would be great if we could actually get something like that. I don't think so, though. Holmes needs to modernize his
Mr. Holmes and
attire,
Dr. Watson, here you
his
are.
accessories.
I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not
and
have
reactions.
troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Right.
Very good, Watson.
Because murders never happen in the living room. Well, the thing is, the crime seems rather violent. So usually a violent crime means it's personal. So I'm not sure about them just wanting to steal silverware. Like, why kill somebody for that?
Lady
It's too much of a headache. Let's talk to the lady. See what she has to say about all of this.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Oh, wow.
My name is Sherlock Holmes.
They beat her
I'm
up?
assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Right. So she's bruised, that's obvious. What else? What else? Pale cheeks? Pale cheek? What does that have to do with anything? I'm pretty sure Sherlock is gonna tell us, but... Old bruises. Wait, did her husband beat her up?
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Old bruises.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again.
So it has happened before.
Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
So that could be a motive. Maybe. Although I don't think she killed him. You never know, but...
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam.
Well,
it
we're
is.
not Inspector
I will
Lestrade
tell
now,
you
are
then.
we?
Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
So Teresa found her. Can we get the stick? I don't think Eustace will be needing it. And we are in need of
Did
one.
these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard. But you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Only the silver? Was that
Your
worthy?
ladyship?
I mean, silver was in itself worthy, but still. Alright, times. What paper is it? Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they are known, made their reappearance by way of brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes. Right. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all three men. This will surely give the police a chance to complete the profile on this family of delinquents. Jack Randall is a man in his 40s and already grey-haired, while the average height and build. Wrote his sons William, Melvin, a pirate career. That sounds interesting. Be alert. Right,
The
as per
description
usual.
of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
So that's way too suspicious. Was the article from today, though? What am I trying to look at? Why did it suggest me to look like that? The painting, maybe? And the picture.
These
Scratch
scratches
mark.
are most definitely made by the picture frame.
So it turns. Move. A
This
safe.
is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
I'm pretty sure she won't know how, or she is gonna pretend she doesn't know how.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
There's that. Let's see. Is there anything on the back of the photo? Rock of
So the lady and her
Gibraltar.
maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Did I just steal the photo? Sure, Sherlock. Steal the damn photo. Right. Exactly. We just take it. Like, what? Leave the photo.
Teresa, I would like
We
to
don't
hear
steal.
your testimony.
We take souvenirs.
Certainly, sir.
Yeah, we take souvenirs. We take a lot of souvenirs, though. Let's see. I believe they are friends, sort of, not just employer and employee. Vinegar. Working hands. The stain, coffee, Victorian Britain. Everything belongs to us. Yeah, exactly.
As I sat by
So
my
give me
bedroom
all your
window,
possessions
I saw
in the
three men
house.
in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Is that an Australian accent? It seems sketchy. Maybe it is.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No.
Sounded
it is
like
my
it.
husband's safe, but I
Right.
do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
Treyan, thank you for the follow.
Your ladyship.
Greatly appreciated. Right.
Let us try to open this safe.
I'm gonna crack a
This
safe.
safe can be cracked. I only
Let's see.
have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Dial? Which one's the dial? I mean, we have experience from other... Aha! Safe crackings we've done before. It can be cracked, I only have to get the code right. Yeah, exactly. Well, at least you know now what happens. Wait, aren't I supposed to go in the opposite direction? Right? This is not how safes are cracked. I think I'm going too fast. Well, would you look at that? One more. This is definitely the way to do it. Right, there we go. Perfect. Money. My money. Our money. I mean, we're not communists.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
I mean, that means they're just
It is
valuables.
common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
So why did they leave it? Medical report. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decompensation. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. Particular odor coming from your bed that is common when suffering from liver damage. Excessive alcohol. Right, what a surprise. Pancreatic malady. So fatal. There are a number of treatment options. He didn't have time to get treated. His time has run out. What else do we have? Can I talk to anyone about this? Let's talk to the wife,
Oh,
right?
what a horrible thing.
No, you? Right. Apparently the wife doesn't want to talk about her husband's health condition.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise.
So you don't like
It is
him?
true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before.
How did she get married to him?
His title and his money and his
Oh.
false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
I mean, she did come from over the seas, pretty much. Right, let's get out of here. Lestrade, do you know this man's health condition? Or did you know about it? Don't forget this over 100 fewer years of accent development. Right, that's also true. I mean, they wouldn't technically speak as Australians speak now.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector?
And there's
What was his
different
reputation?
accents.
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a
What?
decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the
Seemed?
point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
What on earth? Right. That makes sense. Violent behavior. Criminals identified. Randall's blamed. The testimonies earned. Evidence match and point to Randall gang. The robbery was faked and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls. That seems like the right way to go about this. Let's see. Inspector's tale. Violent behavior. Sir Eustace was violent towards his wife. Yes, we know that much. No personal life. No acquaintance. Lady Brackenstall married Sir Eustace Shorty. Can't read today, apparently. After arriving in England and remained at home during the time, there is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country, or ladies acquainted with someone from the Rock of Gibraltar. Yes, I believe that is true. It would make sense. We have to go to the port, I believe.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
They look so ominous, all of them. Who's that guy? What about you?
Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Right, lovely. What about you?
Lord George Brackenstall.
A lot of lords
The
and
Brackenstall family
barons
seems
and
rather
all that. Heads.
You
Is
should
it like
examine the body of Sir
hunting?
Eustace Brackenstall.
I will first
Hunter's
examine the
cabin.
room. Dogs.
The hunting scene.
So he likes hunting. I can
Antique hunting weapons.
get that much. Glasses. Is it maybe
This glass has
poisoned?
some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
What does that mean?
This glass has some wine. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
What if his wife planned to murder him, but didn't actually quite get to it in time because somebody beat her to it?
Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed.
That is weird. We'll have to see what that's all about. Right, a chair. Oh, that's the chair she was tied
Sailor's
to.
knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the
Sailor?
murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with
Our
me.
hound! Toby, what is his name? I don't know. Is that what a dog is called? Sherlock's dog, right? Let's see.
This candlestick is valuable.
Silverware?
It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
I mean, yes, I believe it is very weird that they only stole silverware when they had the whole house to themselves.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
I mean, you can't steal everything in a house. Although I believe if we were thieves, we would go for that. But
These wine
it's
bottles
not.
are
You can't do
expensive,
it.
and mostly from France.
Yeah, like why not take those as well? What else are we missing? I don't know. What else is there?
A bottle of wine
Oh.
is missing here.
This is the one on the table.
Criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Yeah, exactly. For killing
The
a man, you
hunting
only
scene.
steal silverware? That's weird. Imagine... I bet you could give it a good... Oh no. Nuh-uh. Imagine putting the silver in your pockets instead of grabbing the case. Yeah, exactly. Like, just grab it. It's way easier to do that.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall
Was tight. Oh, you don't say. I thought it was just a random chair in the middle of the room, because where else would chairs be? Mantelpiece.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
And they tied her up with the bell rope?
A fur trader's cabin.
Or did they like cut that so they couldn't ring the maid? That's interesting. Let's look at the body.
A deer hunt. A fur trader's cabin.
Okay, he loves hunting. Oh, there's so many heads. Right.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Yes, I'm curious.
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Why is he... Where are his shoes?
Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Right, so he was sleeping.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
Right, can we take that?
That must be the murder weapon.
Let's see.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
So it's somebody strong.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Probably not the right one, though. There's a lot of blood. I mean, I'm not I mean, I've never seen a cracked skull, but I don't think if you hit your head against something else, it's gonna spray literally everywhere. But who knows?
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
So I can't inspect it? Oh, come on. I want to look at the whole house. I want to snoop around. Maybe they have some silverware left. Right, let's see. Did we investigate everything? Yes, so the dog is named Toby. Let's go and talk to the maid.
Please,
Teresa.
Levi.
No, I can't leave her. I need to talk to her about the glasses.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Then, wait, what? How does that explain what's up with the glasses? That's so weird. Because why would the glasses, like... Why was the wine in them different? Right, back to Baker Street. We have much to do. We can make new deductions. The fireplace, the knotted rope. Criminals identified. 2 glasses. Glass with beeswing. Let's see. There were 3 people, or there were only 2 people. The remaining glass with the beeswing is solely of dregs from the other 2 glasses. Yes. Okay, so there are 2 people. What about the fireplace grate and all that? Dead body. Deadly accident could have been due to his accidentally striking his head on a fireplace grate. So maybe the wife did murder him. This seems like that. And she then read an article about some, I don't know, thieves out there, and also spun a story around that and made them seem like murderers that only stole silverware. That doesn't fit with this. Right, let's keep looking. Dead body. The bent poker. A deadly accident or poker blow. Let's see, what if it's a poker blow? Wait, what if she like fell in love with a sailor? Right? And then... But after 18 months? Why would you come back after 18 months? That's so very weird. Right, let's go see what Toby thinks. Maybe we can actually find someone. Right, where's our lovely dog? By the window. Hello. You're cute.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Right.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Really? He's eating the shoe. Let's examine the rope.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
What do you mean how it was cut?
The fibers at the end of the rope are
With a
smoothly
knife.
cut.
Right?
Let us
So,
try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
a knife. And great blow. Scissors don't cut that well enough. Yeah, exactly.
The fibers from
No.
this cut appear to be different.
A knife.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Exactly. So let's see, that's sharp knife, knotted rope. Sailor background. The rope was cut once with a sharp knife and tied quickly in sailor's knots. That could indicate that the intruder had a sailor's background. Exactly. Okay, this is actually starting to make sense from the beginning. If they don't add something that we completely overlooked that could change the whole case, then we're good. Collect Toby. I mean, I'm trying to collect him.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's
How am
shoe
I supposed to collect
Someone
Toby?
should take Toby for a walk.
Oh, Toby, come here. Where's the leash? Do I need a leash? Can I use the rope? Toby... How do I take the dog out? We still are justice seekers. Wait, how do I actually get the dog?
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Miss...
What if I just go back, right? Does that do it? Oh yes, it does. I'm traveling with the dog. Nice! Come on, buddy. You can be of use. You can sniff them out. Find out who was in that room.
Search, Toby.
Right, look for clues. We can be the dog? No way. Let's see, where does this scent lead to? The garden. Well, this is a nice garden. Please don't tell me it's the fountain. No, it's not. Right, where does it go? That house, right over there. Sherlock, open the door. Wait, it's not this. But the scent continues.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they
Okay.
were making off with the silverware.
Yes. Then we go here. We're not done. Let's see, where else did they go? They had so much time. I don't think they were actually in a rush. Did they throw something in the well? Maybe?
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Yes. Let's see, where else does the scent lead us? Over the wall. So they escaped.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Exactly.
The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Exactly. What can they possibly want? What if they threw the silverware in the fountain? I don't think so, but might as well check.
This
A hook.
hook might be useful.
For the well, maybe?
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Right, what else?
Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Is it though? We don't look. Right. What about the well? Can we pull something up? What is that?
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
With the hook? There we go. What is that? Is that the silverware?
Silverware?
It is!
This is hardly a coincidence.
So it was a murder. No, they weren't thieves.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Well, that was quick. Okay, and what about the wall?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Exactly.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Can I go out the main door? No. Right, let's talk about the silverware. Robbery is the motive, imitated robbery. Robbery is not the motive, they would have left with the objects. Murderous visitor. So Eustace was murdered by the one person who was visiting that night. It was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He's tall and strong. I agree. Look for sailor. Yes, we all look for exactly that. Right, search for sailor suspects. I also want to see who I can talk to about the silverware. Right, which one of you is gonna talk to me? Probably you. Silverware.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
So why did she lie? I mean, she must know the sailor.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Suspicious. Where can I look for sailor suspects? I guess we look at our archives, right? Where else could we look? This case is going like very quickly. Maybe that's not everything that there is to it. I feel like it's going way faster than the other ones. 1893. Let's see. Bencliffe's mummy.
My search must be focused upon the ship's name and...
Rock of Gibraltar's arrival. A ship returned. A a carrier has returned from a 6-month voyage. The ship was brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family, owning land and tin mines in Australia. So she's engaged to Eustace, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent.
Here it
Right.
is.
Pardon me, so we found it. How does it relate to everything else, though? We're still missing one person. The ship crew. Task for Wiggins. Where's the kid?
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Right. Let's get the gang.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Come on, be of help.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My
always
secret
do.
police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Oh, right. A bunch of
Here it is,
kids
Mr. Holmes.
doing police work.
We can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Let's have a look. Right, that table. Too many tables in this damn
This list shows the
room.
senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Exactly.
And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
These guys. Mr. Charles, Mr. Jack, Mr. Henry.
This
This guy.
officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
What about Thomas Walker, Samuel, Nathan? Okay. No. How do can I look at the other one? Yes. Charles?
This officer was on a
There we
ship
go.
that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
William?
This officer was on...
Herbert?
I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
Oh, it's a different Herbert. Right. Next. Jack?
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
So we found our suspect. Okay, we need to find the other ones. Thomas, Herbert, and Ernst. Thomas,
This officer is still at sea, therefore he can...
Herbert,
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
and Ernest, which I didn't see.
This officer is still at sea,
Okay, there we go.
therefore he cannot be
So
involved.
only Jack Crocker.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Right, so let's go and talk to him. Right, cool. How am I gonna call him?
This Crocker. Do you think...
Maybe?
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Right, come on, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Right. Let's see who is this person. They have to be tall and strong, because otherwise they couldn't have accomplished the
Mr.
sort of...
Holmes? I
Okay,
was
he fits
informed that
those
you were
things.
looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes. it
And
is
he's
important
taller
that
than
we talk.
Holmes.
You will soon understand why.
Let's make a portrait of him. He's honest. Sure. I can get that only from his eyes. Nothing at hands. Newspaper ink. His shoes, clean boots. A knife. A sea knife! Wait, he has everything the murder needed. Murderer.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right.
Which we can
if
prove,
there
but oh
was
well.
no evidence.
What then?
You tied her up.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, because sailor's knots.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So,
Am I even
the
supposed to
sailor who's done it.
deduce
That
who's the
proves
murderer?
nothing, Mr.
We already
Holmes.
know.
I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising
Oh
the repair of a
no.
port.
There we go, it's not that simple.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can
This
confirm.
sounds
I'm
pretty
sure that he can.
sketchy.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Bad evening to you too.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what then?
How do we...
So, we
So
must
this is
work with what
a
we
question
have.
of how we
have
prove
all the
it.
puzzle pieces.
Now I understand.
This
why
is
you
a different
dissected the
case.
bell rope.
Right? This is a different type of case. It's way shorter than all the others. Crocker's involvement. There we go. The captain is the killer. Was murdered by one person who was visiting that night. The murderer is tall and agile and a high-ranking sailor. Arrest, or the murder was committed in self-defense. Yeah, but why did he tie her up? I mean, I don't know, because I don't like Sir Eustace, but at the same time, I don't know if I should condemn them or not. Arrest them. I'm not condemning them just yet. What if he didn't do it? But I'm pretty sure he did. All the evidence is pointing towards him. Yes. Sure? Let's see. Did we make the right
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come
choice?
here again, please?
Right away.
Barely an hour.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do.
Do we get a choice?
Now it is time to end this.
Oh no! No, wait, come on, don't kill yourself. What the hell? Okay. Right.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case.
I agree. Although they are...
Inspector, I
They
give
need
you
to be
Sir Eustace's
held
killer.
accountable.
He tried his best to perform his own justice.
But at the same time, I don't
I'm not
know.
surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
Yeah, but it's a moral dilemma. I guess we just accept it and move on. Murder is still murder, even if it's for good intentions. Just. Moral choice in the minority of the people that played this. That was a quick one. Yes, it was. We're going for a second case. This is too short. The Kew Gardens drama. Okay, this sounds interesting. I mean, with this one, we only had to choose if we condemn him or not. I'm not sure, like, how can you... I mean, nobody has the right to take another person's life, right? At the same time, he did it for, like, he had a really good reason. But he beat her up as well. Tied her up. Complicated.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Why is so
Hello,
many
Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
buzzing
What?
creatures in there?
Where have all these wretched bees come from?
Bees?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Yay!
Ridiculous and dangerous.
The room
They
full
are
of bees,
domestic
so you
bees,
have honeys.
Apis mellifera. Such industrious workers.
Domestic
Anyway,
bees.
Watson,
So that means they
I
don't
am sorry,
bite.
but I must leave
Bite.
you.
Sting.
I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a
Theft?
minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me
Right.
if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson,
Aha!
however did you guess?
We are gonna steal
Sherlock
some
Holmes to
plants.
bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that
Yay!
you're planning to spoil your little
Souvenirs.
bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Right. To the gardens. I can't wait for us. Can we actually take plants? Like, is that actually possible? Can I get plants? Also, plants are hard to take care of. They die so easily. There's always something wrong. Let's see, how long is this trip? I see. Right. Let's see. Where's my nose in I'm itchy today? It's from the Christmas spirit.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
And of taking some plants for myself. I mean, we can steal some, right? They've already been stolen. I can find the
Don't
culprit
touch
and keep the
anything else, is
plants.
that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Exactly.
I am
Who are
Martin
you?
Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder
Pardon
is
me.
Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the
Right.
stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
So no
No, but I would
witnesses?
imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Okay. Right. Wait, students of what? Botanic sciences?
Here it is.
Botany.
This is the place where the
There we
stolen
go.
plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
He
We're very
dies.
sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh, dear.
What?
Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here? in the
We should
large
not be
glass
troubling you, and Holmes continues to ask.
Yes, just here.
Nice.
Near the door to the
The true
Colonial
detective he is.
He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
And he's still working? Right. Well,
Do
this
not touch.
turned from
The plants
murder
were here.
case
All of them were stolen.
to theft? I don't know.
Here is a list of the stolen plants.
Interesting. Anything poisonous? Let's have a look around. What else is in the room?
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
Wait, what year was that? Was the game set on? I think like 1900s? Like 1910? 1915? Or just 1900? Right? Something like that. End of 19th century,
The
beginning of
traces are
20th
thinner in
century.
some places. These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
So maybe poisoned?
This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
What? The door is cracked.
The door was smashed at shoulder height. This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
So maybe the other door handle was broken? What happened here?
The esconson was breached near the handle. The door was forced from the inside of the Colonial Collection Room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection Room.
I agree, Watson.
Very strange. Half of the Colonial Collection is absent.
Oh, just heard the exhibition person say saw it. Case of intrusive eye in phonetics. I thought it was more, but apparently not. Still a bit weird to hear.
The smell
That's
is strong. All. It is a detergent.
Right. I guess so. Something lying on the floor.
These windows were perfectly cleaned.
Blood?
A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture. This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow.
So they hit him
Part
on
of
the
this
head?
greenhouse was emptied
How
and
does that
thoroughly
work?
cleaned.
Let's look at the collection. Anything else here? Other than what we already looked at.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
That's interesting. Something might fall from that, right?
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Is when you pronounce an R? Oh, an R. Saw it. Oh, okay. I thought I read it as an E, not an E, an I. Usually between words. It's called intrusive because there is no really R sound. He said saw it. Yeah, saw it. Just curious because we learned that, but rarely hear people do that. Interesting. I mean, I guess it was more used in the past, right? I don't feel like most people speak like that. Is this the right way we have to go?
According to this, they have light.
Maybe. These are cacti.
These flower pots are beautiful. They are intended to be used for exhibition purposes. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
What does that mean? They're stolen? Borrowed? Maybe both? Wait, you can't
Dry
borrow and
tropics.
steal things at the same time? I mean, maybe you can, but you just pick one term to define that.
There is a smell of burning.
What is burning there? What is this? What are you burning?
A door handle?
Why?
Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire?
To
The
get
door
rid of
handles
evidence.
The Colonial Collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material. The remains of a picture
Interesting.
frame. A broom handle was half burned.
What is with all these
The
random
plants
items?
were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
Are these the plants that are missing?
A protective mask.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn.
Not completely, at least. Something burned. Broken pot. Let's see.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
So, somebody's stealing flowers from all the botanical gardens in London? I guess, right? Why would they have so many pots? Let's keep looking. So, we have Cloakroom, laboratory, reserve, farmhouse,
Farmhouse.
nursery, seed
Seed
house,
house.
ventilation system.
Dry tropics.
So we exited here. We are here. We need to get to Colonial Collection.
Water lily
And
greenhouse.
we were already at the Water Lily greenhouse. Right. Let's go see ventilation. And then we can head to the Colonial place.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
True. An object of interest. Right. So we can use that later. What about this? The seed
Locked.
house. Okay, so I don't have access to that.
Seed house.
Fantastic. Let's go to the Colonial Room then. Let's see what that might be. It should be this one. Right? Yes, it is. Great. What could we see in here? Oh, no. It's not actually. This is the nursery.
Locked.
That's also locked. Fantastic.
Locked.
Everything's locked in here. Where do we have to go? Place where Montague Dune met his death. How do I get to that room though? Here? Really?
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Oh, really? I'm just snooping around because I'm not exactly sure how to get to the place I need to actually get to. This is a palm house. A lot of palm trees. What a surprise. What about this? Doesn't really tell us anything. How do I go there? Wait, I was in there. What am I doing? I have no idea. Right, let's get back. Back, come on. I need to look at some documents. I need to check some things. Examine the place where he met his dad. Wasn't it here? The thing is, it doesn't actually say, does it? Or was it where we were at before? Let's check our dialogue. He died here. Right, so we are in the wrong place. Right, then let's go search our archive. And we can go back to searching the gardens. And we can see what's up with our plant teeth. List of exotic plants, newspapers, encyclopedias. Nope. Medicine, botany. Exotic plants, poisonous.
Here it is.
There we go. So they are poisonous. I mean, it would make sense that they were. Symbol on a broken pot.
That is not. That is not the one I need.
What could it be? History, technology, economic, art, and
That is not the one I need.
Newspapers, maybe? What is this? Research. No chemistry. Poisons and toxins. This doesn't help. Newspapers. Divine. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
That is...
New English Art Club. Bloody. No. Study in Scarlet. No. No. The Adventure. Royal. Great Blizzard. What could it be? Maybe it's symbols, right? Because it says the symbol means divine. And we had some symbols here. The Divine Syndicate. The members of the Syndicate worship Theriwan, the God King.
Here it is.
Released from the material world.
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Well, I mean, it's an organization. Secret organization. Thoughts it not belong there. Right, let's go back to symbols. Seymour's Garden. There we have it. This is the right one. And we have an address. I can't go to that address though. Fantastic. I mean, maybe it will unlock in a bit, right? Yep, those don't match. And we don't have enough clues to actually match anything. Maybe we've arrived at our destination? Not yet. We are slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. There we go. Let's see, let's get back to the murder place.
Farmhouse.
You don't say. Right. Please go in, Sherlock. Don't get stuck in the door. We don't have time for that. Okay, let's investigate the crime scene better. Because I'm pretty sure we've missed something. Oh, that? Did I miss only that?
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot.
So somebody stole the flowers?
The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground.
Right, what kind of flowers are these?
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
The broken pot.
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
Right. What does that mean?
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Ah, yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
That's really cool. I mean, the bayou sounds cool either way. The first thing that comes to mind is the Princess and the Frog, and that's not great. What else can I do here? I still need to examine something. What? What am I missing? What happened here? Watson! Move!
Blood.
Aha.
Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound.
So they're
All
dead.
the clues around
I mean,
here
we
are
already
quite
know they're dead.
suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Well then use your imagination, Holmes. Breaking the door. Falling on the fence. Right, watch sequence. Let's see. So they broke the door. Interesting. Is that what happened? Was it an actual
This reconstruction
accident?
reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
It depends. Why was he, like, staggering? I didn't think he was drunk. Maybe, but... Perform autopsy. Yes, let's do that. Let's go to Scotland Yard and deal with that first. Then we can see what other clues pop up. I mean, the murderer is probably the guy that greeted us. But we'll have to see how we can actually prove that,
I
even
asked
though we
Inspector Lestrade
suspect
to
him.
take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
Right, let's go and perform an autopsy. Right.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our...
What about the face? He has a
There is an injury
bruise.
to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse.
What else?
The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
So we're not poisoned?
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
So he is poisoned.
No redness, stings, or bruises.
He ingested it, maybe?
Nothing suspicious here. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Sure. Wait, this looks like a dummy you use at school. Internal organs don't look like that. I can just
The
pull
lungs
them
are
out. Oh my
congested and
god.
edematous.
No.
The
Go on.
tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
So we have to research toxins and see which ones damage the
The
lungs.
liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
Right.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
That's normal. Right. I mean, normal for that time at least. What
The
else?
stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs. There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Very interesting. Let's see, what about the heart?
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs. The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
So only the lungs. Maybe he couldn't breathe. That's what was causing him to be so
The suspicions have been substantiated.
out of
Montague
it.
Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
Aha.
form Lestrade?
Interesting.
Yes, but do
And
remember, Watson, that I
why-
discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The
Exactly.
challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any
Of course
kind
it
appeals to you.
does.
Is that all we need to do?
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
Yes.
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs.
I mean, the less they know, the
Yes,
better it is for us.
It is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
He is.
More than a little.
Right, things are finally starting to piece themselves together. So we need to find the stolen plants, find the plant that was used to kill, and inspect Kew's Garden staff building. Right, first of all, we go back to Baker Street and we look up plants. So we can figure out what killed him. If it's not something we don't really have in our archive. Let's see. Oh, neuron. Tufton murder. May be those who stored exotic plants. Most likely. Let's get out and read.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Oh, I can't? Really? What is this? No, I'm avoiding to inform you that the affair at the Abbey Grange, which took place almost half a year ago, still resonates deeply in high society. Lady Brackenstall, sincerely, Inspector Lestrade. Great. Well then, let's go and talk to the staff, considering I can't look up in my... I can't look anything up, actually. Which is a little bit annoying. Come on, can you arrive at the destination faster? There we go. Now time to start talking with the staff.
Mr. Hamish,
Start with
can you
light
explain to us what
things.
happened to the Colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Right. I don't think he's gonna tell us a lot.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son.
Right.
Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in
So,
Kew
thank
Gardens
you.
before.
Thank you, Timber.
And now, all of a sudden, he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Okay. That might be motive enough.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
I'm not referring to that.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Okay.
Albert
quite
told us
apprehensive.
about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
Heart attack. He didn't die because of a heart attack. Is that what they keep telling themselves? Let's see, what else? He's unmarried. And he has God in his hands. Oh wow, what a surprise. He works in a garden.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see,
Right.
every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Lifestyle? Please do tell.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
So he wasn't the perfect individual. Liked party. Let's talk to the sun. Door keys.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Yes, sure. Do you work here?
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only, for I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
But didn't they say you
Well,
didn't
even if
have an
botany is
interest
not
in
my
it?
strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Who exactly says that?
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
But you want to be a manager?
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Right, maybe we can speak to her.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
What?
Indeed. That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father
Credit?
treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Right, so that didn't help.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Okay.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it.
Why?
I can be as good as any other who works here.
Not if you don't have the passion for it. It's not gonna work. Let's see. Red eyes. But recently consumed by grief. He's either a really good actor or he's telling the truth. Clean hands, so he doesn't work.
Thank you, young man. We
Right.
shall see you again soon.
Meet Miss White. I agree. I would like to meet Miss White. Let's see if we can get to her. We need to get to the seed house. That should be on the other side. Should be that one. Oh, there we
Look, Holmes.
have it.
This charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Well, we shall enter it as well. Let's see if we can meet her. Maybe she's tending to some plants?
Open.
Would you look at that? Hello, how are you? What are you doing?
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Of course we
Yes,
are.
I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Yeah, your case, pretty much. Expensive perfume. Pink marks. Pellagra, poor family. Unmarried. Do we have
Yes,
two
a
lovers
fest
on
of
our
plants
hands?
that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Did you know?
Oh,
It was 2
quite
days
understandable
ago.
that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Wait. Was she the son's lover or the father's lover?
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part
She
of my
didn't
thesis,
use
you see.
Albert, so they're not
It
close.
is a great honor.
Right, maybe?
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Okay. Let's go with this.
Would you happen to know why part of the Colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
But you work at the Botanical Gardens.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate
So now it's
keys.
Albert.
He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Right.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
Right.
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Right.
Thank
That's
you,
not
miss.
great.
None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the Colonial collection was cleared. So,
The
someone
thieves,
is
maybe?
lying. It is obvious.
Yes, but who?
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert. A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
So he wants to be a sailor, maybe?
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's office.
Right.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
How does that relate to things? Let's keep looking, right? Something has gotta come up pretty much. What else do we have to look at? Inspect Kew Gardens, staff buildings. Right, and we also need to find a stolen plant. Let's go to the other building we were not allowed in before. Maybe there's something there. The nursery. So many baby
The
plants.
seeds of plant species are stored here.
Anything unusual? Doesn't look like it. Right, let's get out of here. What is this? There's the missing
I am
piece.
curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
Of course it fits.
Here it is. The
Very
marble
intriguing.
fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common. It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
Very surprising. Right, why was it broken though? And why was the piece there? How does that tie in with everything else?
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
I mean, of course they are. They're baby plants. What about this desk? Whose
A
desk is
thesis
this?
written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Right. So he takes care of the baby plants.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
So there was a witness. He was the witness.
An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
So he is a pretty smart man. Right, would he have motive to kill? To kill the manager, I guess? I doubt it. Why would he? It would be like the same sort of case as was with the archaeologist, if that actually happened. Laboratory table, what is this?
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
What about this?
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Because poison!
Several
That's
drops of
why.
the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops of the substance were spilled.
Where did he carry the bottle?
Someone carried this bottle. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
We need Toby! We have to go get Toby. Great. Let's keep looking.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
Sure is.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants to respond to their environment and
Study report.
Right, what about this one?
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
Right. Evidence required. Oh, we need
This
a
is a
new
table
voice
for
extract.
experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
True. It's tidy.
Locked.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
We will lockpick it. Great. Let's see. I mean, that seems right, right? Oh, wow, okay, no. What? Okay, that's really cool. There we go, that should open it. Nice.
Open.
What's in the cloakroom? Maybe the plants?
Miss White's locker. Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
Apparently.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
And we're gonna steal it. Dear Mother and Father, I am writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I know that we've had our disagreements in the past. Would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to pay her studies? That depends, I guess. Not nice.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
What was she intending to sell them?
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
What is inside? Margaret, we are surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all of those years that have passed since you left and without any thought of us? We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. You should learn to put your family first, and none of us have ever compromised their reputation. It appears you have already with your employer. This is getting interesting. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I cannot permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honor if you might accept my help. Albert. Right. What is it?
Martin Hamish's locker.
Miss White having an affair with Albert's father? Why Albert actually liked her? Maybe? That would be really messed
Father
up.
and I. Kew Gardens.
Right.
Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
I mean, I guess it ties in with Botanic studies, right? Mr. Gerald's secretary. Recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. Lie and disorder, how can I stand by and allow it? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency. Okay, so he can't really decide by himself.
A review on rare and exotic
He
plants.
wants to be the manager.
Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Right. Let's see, Albert's locker.
Albert's locker.
He likes ships, by the looks of it.
A rejection
Refusal
letter from
letter.
the British Royal Naval College.
Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examination, we are unable to invite you to the Royal Navy School. Your father has expressed his intention to entrust you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Gardens. Oh, that's sad. So we didn't let him pursue the Navy, I guess.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
But he wasn't allowed to pursue it. Not nice. Right, what is that?
A picture of Miss
photo.
White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Yeah, they do. They get along quite nicely. Right, let's see. Who do we have to talk to? Let's talk to Albert. And then you. First you and then Albert. This should work.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
That's not true.
It
was
is
moved.
strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
You're annoying.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Not true.
I do not think so. This photograph of
He's
you
lying.
and your father at Kew Gardens
lot.
suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
Probably not.
Oh, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That is
must have
very
been
rude.
terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
Right, Margaret White. Let's talk
You
about
mentioned
her.
Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why
Naive?
naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
Right.
We shall continue our investigation.
We've acquired some new knowledge. Let's talk to Albert. So much talking going
I
on in
perceive
this
that you are
case.
passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so
How could she
interested
not
in
see how
flutters.
perfect
difficult,
I
that's
am?
all. My future is
Of
here.
course,
It's never been
Fluffy.
about anything else.
We all know that. But that is a little bit messed up, to be honest. Also, welcome back to the stream. Hope your day has been going well. Albert's hopes. Let's go with
And
that.
yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct.
No, we just
And in
like
fact, my father
to
was strongly
steal
against the
things
idea.
and snoop around.
He did his best
That's
to
what
ruin
makes
my
a great
plans,
detective.
although I almost did succeed.
We're criminals,
dreams
but
were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
legally.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Right, do we... I mean, I don't really have a... There's no point in speaking to Mary. I still have something I can open. I don't know what exactly, though. Toby... Staff buildings. Find a plant. What about staff buildings? What is left? I don't think there's anything left for us to explore. Right? We've opened all the rooms. Let's see. Is there anything on the map we missed? There's the palm house, the waterfall, the dry tropics, the ventilation system, the seed house, the nursery. That's about it. We've been everywhere. Of course we're missing something. The question is what? Can I get this to work?
A ventilation system.
No. Right. Makes sense. What about in here? Maybe we should just bring in Toby. He could be of more use, I think. What's a move? You're so annoying. Oh my god. You always get in the way, you know that? Let's make some deductions. We have a lot of clues. So, the new director, Hamish's anger, Albert's humiliation, poisoning, white studies, theft and murder. Albert's motive. Albert had a motive to kill his father, Montague Dune. Dune had thwarted Albert's dream of joining the Royal Navy by killing his father. Albert could have his revenge and eventually succeed in his father's place as the director of Kew Gardens. I mean, that could potentially work, maybe? What is this? Dune was poisoned. After being trapped in the Colonial Collection Room by the killer, Montague Dune was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poison. Okay, I agree with that. That seems to fit the evidence we have found so far. Let's keep looking at our clues. Right, deadly plant stolen. That name is pronounced Dun. Double N. Right. Thank you. I've been pronouncing wrong this whole time. Dune, I think I've been calling him. Done. Right. Martin Hamish had a motive. Sure. Why not? They all apparently have motives until now. We need more. We need more info. This is not enough. Let's grab Toby. Come on.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do.
Exactly.
Let us go to Kew Gardens.
I've been on a work call, so I've only just heard you say it. Right, it's fine, but still, thank you for correcting me. don't want to keep saying the same stupid thing all... Well, not stupid thing. Wrong name all over again. It's so annoying that the carriage always lags, for whatever reason. I guess it's the game, because it's loading, and it also has an animation. It's still annoying.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
Exactly, and we might actually find the plant that killed Dunn.
Search, Toby. Search.
Pardon me. There is a famous name for literature that sounds like that. It's Doan? Is that the same? Doan? What? I guess? Doan. Doan? Right? Or Don? Let's see, where does this lead? Outside. Oh, as in you. Do you I don't know. Lorna Dune. Close enough.
Congratulations, Toby.
Right.
Now let us see what you have found.
Spot on. Okay. The last one was better.
This is the bottle that
I'm
was
happy
used
about
in the
that.
laboratory. It was buried here.
Why was it buried?
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny
So
caterpillar.
that's what the gold was
Not
used for.
surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
True, and in a hole. Buried. Right. Let's see, what else do we have to do? Find the plants. Inspect Goose Garden's staff buildings. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, the director's office. I actually missed this room completely. Oh, we can crack a safe. I don't know how to crack this one. Okay, we can go back to it.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
I mean, he did like to drink.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
Wait, Sherlock has been saying the name correctly all this time. I still didn't notice it. Right. I was too set on my way of saying it.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
Right. Are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Great. What else? A letter. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. So she broke up from him. And he wanted to fire her. Right. Photograph.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Director safe. How do we crack this? Wait, we figured it out. Oh god, no. It's like that? Okay, 2, 2. 2, 2. Then we go back. 1, 2, 3. God damn it. Okay. This is working. Oh, come on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4. No, that's. This is gonna work. Yes! I opened it! There we go. How to crack safes, 101. At least this kind of safe. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and save the most extraordinarily precious and rare plants. Duty is to protect such species. This Divine Syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. So the Syndicate stole the plants? Mr. Dune, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. What you have done is quite abhorrent. We trusted you and regret having done so. Maybe they gave them the plants and then they wanted them back?
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunn. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street and educational scholarship. Credits opened at Hamilton. Radigan Han, tailors and luxury jewelers. Well, that's a bit of a problem now, isn't it? Interesting. White and Dunn. White's expulsion. Disagreements. Montague Dunn was planning to release Miss White from her position at Kew Gardens. That's true. And she would have been in a lot of debt. Debt. Disagreement, White's situation. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent upon Montague Dunn's wealth. That is true. Right, I guess we keep looking for more clues. Let's go back to our loft and search up some documents and then perform some experiments. Right, let's see.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Let's
This
do
is the
exactly
bottle
that.
we found hidden.
Where's the pipette? Why does it have caterpillars in it?
a colorless, water-based liquid.
Right. Interesting.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Maybe that's the poison?
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you
Holmes!
think it is?
It is
You
some
don't
kind
just
of
drink
organic
it.
compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Then it becomes toxic.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Not yet.
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
Yes, testing is the best way to do this. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't just taste test chemical substances? Like, that's the first thing you
I
learn
need
in
to take a
chemistry.
pipette and
Just give it a sniff and then a small taste and you're good to go. Straight to the hospital or the morgue, depending on your luck. Oh, that's not good.
red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
For what reason? Let's look up some things in our archive. The Divine Syndicate, 1889. Scandal at the
Here it
Divine Syndicate Club.
And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
I agree. Let's do some traveling. Anything new? No. Come on, don't stop completely. Let's see.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
So this is a divine garden. Other gardens, maybe they're competing, right? Because they're both gardens? I don't know. Let's talk to this man. Hello.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most
We have a
definitely the
crime,
word.
mister. Can you
There.
help?
Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome.
What, who?
you are. To introduce myself, I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
How are you helping the plants?
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
Yoda, is that
This
you?
is
Yeah, exactly. This is me.
We are two gentlemen. who
Ah,
are
me it
extremely
is. Me it
interested
is.
in
Learn
the,
how to talk.
vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
He is Yoda. Oh my god. Your pots?
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They scavenge our refuse.
He has
would
the
not surprise
voice
me.
similar
It was
to
merely an
Yoda.
observation.
He's clearly Yoda doing an undercover mission. Yeah, exactly. He just decided, right, Sherlock sounds like fun. Let's mess up his investigation. Tattoo. What else? Fingertip calluses. From what? Palm injury, acid burn, chemical practice. So you're not just and I live in harmony with plants and all that stuff.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis.
A what?
The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration and Meditation.
Oh my god.
You may say the Divine Syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter
What? Ready to
and its wisdom. And to be permitted.
God, they're talking in plant terms. What are we getting? An initiation?
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready
Green
to become
Mystic?
devotees.
Grand?
And gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Oh crap. Trewon.
Our God King's name is Trewan, Green
Green
Grand
Grand
Mystic.
Mystic.
Oh la, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place.
Holy
donation
key.
can you make whenever you so wish.
Holy donation. Oh, let's not
I pray you
forget
to
the
taste our
donation.
fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
Fertilizer.
But of course,
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Drugs. Right.
well,
Let's
we
keep
will
going.
leave you to your meditation.
Or whatever it is you are doing. Right, let's keep going. This is weird. Can I ring the bell? No? Why? But I want to. What am I supposed to look at? Oh, there we go. Broken pieces.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Something's hidden. Flower pots. Kew Royal Botanic Gardens. Why do they have these flower pots and the Botanic
Kew
Gardens have the
symbol.
Divine Syndicate ones? How does that work? Who are you? What is
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Is that cocaine?
It is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
What did I say? Right. What are you doing? You're praying. What are you praying to? Oh, the god.
This must be Trewan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
It's a tree. Sort of.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Oh, I can lockpick it. Right, let's try doing that. Oh, wait, I can actually put it in the right place, right? There we go. Then I can turn it. Perfect. We only have one part. Right. Let's see if this should work. There we go. Now I've opened the door. Holmes is on a tasting streak today. Yeah, he's tasted literally everything he's got on his hands on. Which is not... It's not good. Like, look at it. Don't taste it. Don't smell it. You can smell opium? Smoke? Really? How do you even do that? How does that work? Wait, I guess it works. Right? Because it's not... Yeah, it's a plant.
A vast amount of opium.
It's not... crystals.
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
Chemical experiments? Yeah. Sure. I guess they can perform chemical experiments as well.
This substance is an alkaloid.
More applied
the same
ones,
as in
but
the
oh
bottle
well.
we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
Holmes is the type of guy that when his parents said, "Beware of strangers giving you drugs," he replied, "Where?" Yeah, exactly. Where do I go to get that? Where do I sign up? Holmes will confiscate this opium. For safety. Yeah, exactly. For safety. He will keep it in a safe place in his apartment, and it will never be seen again.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
Mm-hmm. Extremely serious. And quite profitable. I mean, never mind the small donations you can make to a little cult here now we have, honoring trees and vegetation and symbiosis with cocaine.
Praise the grand tree, praise it!
Yeah, sure. What is this? Oh, the caterpillars!
They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Why are we stealing the caterpillars?
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Another
a tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Right. What else do we have?
A tropical plant. A tropical.
Oh, we need the poisonous ones.
A tropical.
No, that's the same one. It's a Venus flytrap. Right, where are the poisonous ones? This one?
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
I'm just taking them? Mine? Seen them first? Found them? Finders keepers, losers weepers. Oh, right. Let's see. Set up the experiment. I sure will do that. What else do we have? Deadly plants. And that's about it. Great, let's go back and perform our experiment.
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Great, let's leave then. Find out what the Divine Syndicate is concealing. I mean, can I really find that right now? Let's go and perform the experiment. We can investigate the Syndicate later. I mean, we can investigate them after we actually have evidence. Right, let's make some drugs.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now.
It's
Watson,
moving.
If you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening,
The
then
one in
I'd
the middle
recommend
is
that you put on
moving.
the gas mask.
Very slowly, but it is moving. Which one could release gas? This one or that one? I don't think this one releases gas. Put back.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
What about these?
It closed
It
again.
releases gas.
I believe I saw a small cloud of gas.
Exactly.
I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more.
Okay, let's try that. Let's open it up and then agitate it.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud.
Man, this
of
opium
gas.
is good stuff, and
I
you're
wonder what
seeing
secrets
magical
this plant is
plants.
hiding. Perhaps if we
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Are these plants even real?
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Right, so it's not the right one. And it eats caterpillars.
I find the behavior of predators.
Yeah, utterly fascinating. Why don't you stick your hand in that plant to see what happens? This one closes as well.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. How interesting.
Right,
What a
not the
strong
right
and
one.
effective defensive mechanism. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Let's get rid of this one. Right. When Venus flytraps are real, but they don't magically snap bugs like that. They just close their traps if a bug lands on their leaves. Yes, I know, I've had a Venus flytrap. It died. But it was very, very cute. And it got bigger. But I don't think water was enough for it. And I don't have enough bugs so that I can eat that. Like flies. But yes, it would close. I tried doing that with like something. Like if it senses motion, technically. I'm not sure if that's the exact explanation. It closes because of the little fibers it has on it. Could have bought mealworms and fed them to it, maybe. We don't have mealworms here. Plus, I'm not keen on bugs. I don't like bugs. I have done... I mean, no, but like... Bugs are just... No. It has to be a very specific situation for me to touch bugs.
After being soaked with alcohol.
Oh, there we go. It releases even more gas.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
Not sure. Yes, technically you could feed it with mealworms. I'm not sure if
the plants would be
they
capable
would try
of
to
killing
eat the plant,
only if
though.
they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right
But
moment.
Let us take
But
our
I guess you could buy
caterpillars
dry
to the
ones. You
Colonial
don't have to buy
Collection
them
Room.
alive.
We may see things more clearly
Or
there.
caterpillars. I
It
know
is
you
too
can
early,
have
Watson.
caterpillars
Our
that you feed
suspects
to
will be
some
there.
other bugs.
Let us investigate Kew Gardens
But
one
it's
more
just-
time and ask some questions.
I mean, those caterpillars are cute because they're fat and blue. But the mealworms, they have little legs. Come on. Feels like it'd be easier to just like stab someone. Yes. Is it still considered vegan to eat carnivorous plants? Was it ever considered vegan? Did we ever eat carnivorous plants? Hi digitally, welcome back to the stream. Hope your day has been going well. We're just talking about what you could feed a Venus flytrap so that it doesn't die. Because I feel like it's quite like... I mean, I don't even know why you would want to sell that. I mean, I guess it's cute and all that, but you can't really take care of it as, I don't know, a normal citizen. What? I feel like it's quite tedious. I mean, plants in general are tedious to take care of. Or I'm not at least good with plants. But yeah. Find the stolen, find out who killed, find out how to stimulate. Why are there so many clues? This is annoying. Kew Gardens, dialogue. We still haven't...
My analysis table. It is...
Right, I guess we go back to the gardens then? Have we discovered something new? Not something that is that interesting or that actually changes a lot. Yes, nothing really changes the situation we're in right now. Or how the case is progressing. And there's so much running around with this one. Why is it spinning in a circle? Because it's loading. Who entered that? Was I the only one that saw the door close? That was weird. So what am I supposed to do here? Okay, let's go to the Colonial Collection and stimulate the plants. What? Oh, the ventilation system.
dry.
Right. I believe that is how we can poison someone. That would be in here, technically.
Water lily greenhouse.
Let's see. Is that what happened? Most likely.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
Let's go back to the ventilation system. Roll around in cactuses. Yes, who wouldn't do that? Cactuses are so nice. They're actually so darn annoying. Because even if you get close to one, you don't really have to get really close to it, because you'll still find yourself full of those little tiny needles they have. Especially considering you have ones that you can't really see.
A ventilation system. It should...
Yes, I know it's a ventilation system. Could you let me use the plant? I know how they did it.
Tank.
That's so annoying. I know how to prove it. Didn't it say to talk to everyone before doing experiments? It did. Right.
Seed house.
Smart thinking, so go. Let me go talk to everyone. Come. Nope, stop. Come here. Hi Olga, welcome back to the stream. Hope your evening is going well.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
Right.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
Of course, of course. All stream has been only about our terrible, what's it called? Melancholy? Melancholy. It's not that, is it? Melancholy? It's not like that. You don't pronounce it like that. Yes, we've missed you. Let's go with that. Nice hat. Yeah, thanks. You like it? Look at her belt buckle, as big as a plate.
But you say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred.
I mean, don't judge her fashion sense.
Certainly.
I mean, we can judge her
You will find
fashion
it in the laboratory.
sense.
It is number 320.
You never know. Maybe he
Thank
needs
you,
a
miss.
big belt. Why do I have to talk to all these annoying people again? I know they never gonna admit to what they've done. Now let me condemn one. She's a professional wrestler. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I love it. Is it new? Oh, as if you wouldn't know. Yes, it is quite new. It is quite new. You played your part in acquiring it. What hat? Yeah, there is no hat, is there?
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes,
I'm
of
just
course.
feeling
I
chilly
met
today.
him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
Your activity.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Does that match?
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
I was not paying attention. Day of Dunn's death. Come on.
Your father's
Give me some
death
insight,
does seem
please.
highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes, he came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit.
He did.
There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes.
So many
before
hours
10 o'clock.
wasted then. Yeah,
And about
exactly.
10 minutes later, I saw my
Trying
father
to learn
heading for the
something
dry
that
tropics
doesn't
room
quite
while Mr. Hamish returned here.
fit, I guess.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White?
And it is quite
What
useless.
were they both doing that morning?
Mr.
Interesting,
Hamish
but
visited me a
useless.
couple of times. I also
I mean,
saw
you
him
can
returning from
identify
talking
them
with
in
Miss
different
White,
languages and
and that was at
communicate
10
with
minutes past
people,
10.
but still.
But then he ran back here
Useless.
to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
So he was the one that
Thank
found
you,
him.
young man. We shall see you again soon.
Now let me perform my experiment.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Aha. This guy is already dead on my screen, by the way. This guy? Which guy? Inhaling the spores. Escaping the room. This one's first. This one's second. No, why did I reset it? The 0 IQ guy. What do you mean he's dead? He's not dead. Wait, did this man kill himself? I think he did. Not yet. He will be. Right.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate.
Damn right.
Panicking,
Of
and
course,
likely
digitally.
already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome.
We do.
Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
It is. How? What? Did they throw caterpillars?
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation
okay.
duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Stay under the caterpillar ventilation system. I wanted to see them on top of your head. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, Watson, stay there and die. No, because we don't have any plants. They're not going to activate deadly gas. Or spores of that. So Watson is quite alright. I'm going the wrong way. But I do want to see him just like swarmed by caterpillars. Then what's the point? We need to see if I turn on the ventilation system and the caterpillars are sort of compelled to fall down because of the air. If not, then it means they didn't kill him that way. You'll be okay unless the caterpillars achieve terminal velocity when falling. You think they can do that? Wouldn't they just platter? Power.
The power is on. The
Starter.
engine cannot be started. The engine has started.
Aha. Now. What's... No.
The power is on.
What did I do? Did I turn it on? Let's not go into physics. You don't like physics, come on.
The ventilation system is working.
We love physics, it's our favorite subject. Obviously. Let's go and have a look at the caterpillars. Watson, how did the experiment go?
Dry tropics.
No, I don't care about that. Where are my caterpillars? Sherlock, walk. You have 2 legs and a head. Use them. Watson, are you full of caterpillars? Where
Now
are
we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Oh god, why didn't you tell me before? Right, out we go. Where are the fans? The annoying damn fans. Fans. Where are the fans? What is this?
Here it is.
Aha!
Cylinder rec... Chemicals. I don't hear anything.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory.
So Miss White has an alibi. At least that.
This student's book belongs to
Repeat here.
a
Not
botany
nice.
book.
University of Cambridge. Very nice. Where are the fans? Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me. Where are they? Why did that sound like an elephant? Aha, in here. Let's see. That way. Now where to? Here. Right, turn on the fans, please.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
I agree. Let's go. The other one is in here. That's annoying. Wait, it's not in here. Is it? It is. What are the ventilation? That elephant sounded like it's in trouble. Go help him. I mean, I don't know where the elephant is, like the elephant sound is coming from. Because that's pretty weird. Why would there be an elephant sound? Maybe it's in here. Yes, it is. Right, let's activate this one.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Are you full of caterpillars? Hopefully.
That would perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Ew.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of
Gross.
Montague
I
Dunn
hate
was carried
caterpillars.
out by
I don't like
activating
them
both
at all.
Albert's and
Doesn't
Mr.
matter, they can
Hamish's
become
fans.
butterflies or whatever.
But only from Mr.
They're
Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague
fuzzy,
Dunn entered the Colonial
which is
collection.
ugh. And they fall from damn trees. No. Mm-mm. Let's see. Ventilation, deadly precision. Hamish's opportunity. Right, that's true. He could have done this. Wait, we have more clues. Albert's lack of experience. No, he's very bad at botany. Right, let's see what else. Disagreement. We still need more clues. But this is the fact that they can transform to a different animal entirely, make them even more weird. Yeah, it does make them even more weird, but I mean, that part doesn't really bother me. It is weird, let's call it that, but that's pretty. Especially if, like, you look at the process of the butterfly being born. But I just don't like the caterpillars. I don't have a problem with them becoming butterflies or moths. I just don't like them. Because they crawl and they're fuzzy and they're on trees and they fall on you. And I've had so many bad experiences with goddamn falling caterpillars from the sky. So no, I do not like caterpillars. I'm not a fan of them, and I don't think I will ever be. A suit is
It appears
missing.
as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
Yeah, but it doesn't say whose it is.
Gloves, waterproof aprons.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
They didn't say they did. Do you just walk up to the trees and shake them or something? I have not had as many life issues with caterpillars. No. No, I don't, but like in summer, there have been some years where it's been like caterpillar infestations, let's call them. There's like white ones and they're like really fuzzy and they're everywhere. And if you want to go outside and like, I don't know, like you stay outside and have a meal or you go to the park, they just fall from the trees and it's so damn annoying to just look down and see a damn caterpillar on you. Especially considering I don't like bugs. Not a big fan of bugs. Bad experiences, first world problems. Yeah, that's true. Caterpillars are not, what's it called? A main problem, but they are very annoying. I'll give them that. Seems like she's finding them on purpose just to hate on them. I'm not! They're finding me! I hate it when I know it's like caterpillar season. I avoid going out the house because I don't want caterpillars falling from the damn sky. So I just don't go out. What am I missing?
It appears. Such masks are.
There we go. But you have to admit, they look cool with all the different colors they have. They don't. I mean, these ones don't look cool. They're just normal. They're white and fuzzy. They're not pretty. And they're not fat. They're skinny. Like, the bigger caterpillars are nicer. Especially if they don't have fuzz. I don't like the fuzz on them. It looks weird. It looks really gross. I like the ones you feed to, like, different reptiles. I like the blue ones with spots on them. But I don't like the fuzzy, skinny ones. Caterpillars are pretty cool as far as bugs go. Definitely pretty. Depends. Those are anti-caterpillar suits. Yes. I should get one. Could probably help. Let's go and find the stolen plants. Let's go back to the Syndicate. So you feed caterpillars to reptiles too. I'm starting to be on their side. Those are revolutionary caterpillars. What do you mean? No. I mean, they are fed to reptiles. I don't have reptiles. I like them, but I don't have reptiles. Almost like you live in a forest, not very far from the forest. Seriously? The parrot dropping on you on purpose, fighting the good fight. No, they're not. I hate it. It's like they have a magnet or something. Mealworms are good protein. No, they're not. Go get grasshopper flour. Make a cake or something. That is gross. I know the bugs are consumed, but that is still gross, okay? It's the same category as frog legs, rat tails, scorpions. No. I get it, but I'm not eating that.
Do you have
insects are good protein. Yeah, they are, but I'm not gonna eat insects. You know where insects live? Oh, come on. Might be time to start wearing the hat outside for protection.
Do you have
yes.
friends at Kew
Exactly. I can just go like this and then they fall off. Kew Garden symbol.
Nevertheless,
the annoying bit is that they do it as a gimmick. They just give you like whole insects and are like, eat them. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what? No.
No, really now. There was a theft.
They should just mush them up and make them into processed food.
And we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us. Were you involved?
Have you seen what is it called with the train where they're like on a train and it goes through a world, an Earth that has been frozen? Have you seen that movie or show?
For the exhibition at his green flying
processed insects? I don't think no one wants that. Snowpiercer, yes.
And imbecility. So we went in and saved
them. No insects.
I see. So if you stole those rare plants
reptiles
from them,
and
then it means
mammals. I mean, what mammals?
Bravo, Holmes.
Other animals can eat them.
Solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and I borrow. Okay, we all do the same thing.
And yet you took all of the exotic plants.
So I guess they're taking over because
it was the least we could do.
I'm not eating my shit. I'm not eating caterpillars. What on earth? No. And I don't think those are good for most animals either. Like, sausages are made with not necessarily nice bits of animal. Nobody cares. Or presentation. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, if you think about it for a second there, you wouldn't eat sausages anymore. Snowpiss, never heard of it. Right, thank you digitally. Nice. Doesn't everything taste a bit like chicken? It does. But I'm not eating grasshoppers or bugs or anything of that sort. Let's see. Sect stole everything. Partial theft. Stole all but the deadly plants, including deadly species. I don't think they murdered him though. I think they stole them, but I don't think they murdered him. I've ate them, but yeah, annoying. Like the legs or wings get stuck in your teeth. What? Exactly. Spot on. And you just go and pick. I need a second. God. No. I know that's still cultural bias, because if you were to like grow up eating insects, it would feel normal. But like, come on. The crawlies, they... No, don't eat that. Don't eat that. What? Those are all my clues? Really? That's it? To be honest, where I come from, we make sausages ourselves and we only use the best part for it. Big industry is obvious. It's different obvious. Yeah, exactly. Like here, everybody has, like for Christmas, every family cuts a pig. Like they grow a pig and they cut it. Or they buy whole pigs and then you have a pig for the whole year. I don't know, and you use everything from the pig. And I mean, the tradition is more sadistic than that, but I'm not gonna get into more details. But yes, everybody has a pig and they use it, and technically you make everything that is from that particular animal yourself. I will never complain about sesame seeds stuck between teeth after reading that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My boss ran an exotic food store online. I've eaten all kinds of weird stuff. No, I tend to steer clear of that kind of food. China farms cockroaches. Look, China farms everything. It can keep farming cockroaches. Have a very big pig cutty Christmas. Not the pig dishes. Yeah, no, the pig dishes are something else. But it is tradition. Traditional and tradition, pretty much. Like, that's an old tradition, let's say. You can't even click it. Yeah, because he put a space. Because if Desert hadn't put a space in the name, you couldn't click it either way. You need to remove the space, exactly, because you can't post links in chat other than clips. I'm hoping that's something okay, right? I trust you, Desert. Timber apparently doesn't. Right, let's figure out who stole the plants, who murdered who, and all that. It's on YouTube. I mean, do you know what stuff is on YouTube? Come on. No, that's not an argument, does it? Sect is not involved. Okay, who could have killed who? I don't know. Hamish is guilty. Effect the arrest of Martin Hamish. Wait, what? Okay. Don't feed into my laziness. I clicked it, by the way. Right.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Sure. Let's go. They have to put moats around the breeding shed so they don't escape. Please don't tell me you sent a video of China's cockroach farms. No, of course you didn't. Desert. Did you? I won't tell you. I'm not watching the video. I hate bugs. I'm not watching that. I want to sleep at night and I want to not have a panic attack. Thank you very much.
Locked.
What do you mean locked? The Strahd. Get your ass out here.
Inspector,
it is about bugs.
I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of
Emphasis
the murder
on bugs.
of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Great. Let's talk to him. This case is different. It progresses way more slowly. And we still don't have all the missing pieces. Why are we traveling? We're at the yard. We're just waiting for them to arrest him. By the way...
Inspector.
Yes, I'm
I
listening.
came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Okay. What is this all about? Why not hurry? Was the English test today? Yes, it was today. It went great, actually. Worried about it for no reason. As per usual. Right, let's go and arrest this guy. Clearly, we give you lots of practice. Yes, you do. You do. Did they ask about the old biddies? The old what? I don't think so. Where am I supposed to search? Great for you, baby. What do you mean great for me? Come on, you did great as well. Did you answer the question about who done it? No. Sherlock. Search for him in a trash can. What? Okay, sure. You're starting to lose me, but sure.
According to this...
Where is he? Oi. Come out. Watson, move. Where's my damn suspect? I was about to say subject. I mean, I guess we can perform some experiments.
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
What?
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body,
Did
please?
I bet?
I should like to examine it.
Good one. Digitally, you predicted it. Physics at it again. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Seriously, why'd you have to kill yourself?
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Is this a suicide note? Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunn deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. This is too easy. You're not the killer. His face. What? I mean, that's what happens when you strangle yourself.
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
What? Why? What? What is... Hamish acted alone. Run due to the tibial torsion of his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Did he have an accomplice? Of course he did. Who is it, though? Oh, it's Miss White. Why you know now you know why there was no hurry. You suck at this. I don't suck at it, does it? I am a great detective. We are very smart. Leave the rope there. 0 IQ guy is
A
next.
task list for Albert,
No,
compiled by
no,
Martin
no.
Hamish.
Scrub the toilets. That's not nice. Lestrade, help. Albert's not gonna strangle himself.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr.
We should
Holmes?
play Cluedo
Why?
on stream.
Because
Then
of
we'll
Mr.
find out
Hamish's
who's
club foot.
smart.
Oh, I deserve to be kicked
Oh,
from
no.
here to Charing Cross. I should have
Oh,
noticed
I've heard of that. Never played it
Mr.
before.
Holmes, I can't see why.
Yeah, exactly,
No, I don't
Olga.
suppose
Thank
you
you.
do.
I am a
You
great
must
detective.
recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it.
Classic
Taking into
game, I know.
consideration the condition
I
of
know.
his foot.
Still have never played
Well,
this.
it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say
True.
that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct.
It
Mr.
is.
Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another
Obviously.
idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Cluedo stream
Precisely.
coming up, maybe. Maybe.
The map at the entrance of Kew
Maybe.
Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Can you even play Cluedo
Let us analyze
online?
the facts and statements,
Oh,
so that we may recreate the
no. No. Why? Martin Hamish. Martin Hamish and Montague Dunn. Montague went to meet Albert in the Seed House. Seed House at around 9:30. Aha. Can we watch Clue after? Maybe. Yes. Okay, so we can play it online. Didn't know that. I'll look into it. It was at around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the dry topics room. Dry topics. Yes. Dry tropics room. Hamish returned to the seed house. 20 minutes to 10. 20, okay. Hamish and Montague Dunn. What did they do? After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the dry topics room. Make it so when the evidence points to the 0 IQ guy. Really? You think he's the one who did it? What if they all did it? But yeah, Cluedo is on scene. Right. Too late for this complicated task. Seriously? Had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. Hamish, Martin Hamish. Aha. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40 when she saw Hamish and Albert in the water lily greenhouse and joined them there. Until 10:40. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he observed that Montague Dunn was unwell, which was at around 10:30. What? Ten minutes past 10. This doesn't fit. Press W, let's see what happens. Okay. Sure. Play events. Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the Joy Topics room. Hamish returned. Oh, this is where it doesn't fit. Wait, they can't. Wait, this doesn't fit. So it is around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the Joy Topics room. He's in the Joy Topics room. Hamish returned to the seed house. Aha! Let's see. Right, this should work. Okay. So Hamish ran into Albert. Right, I don't know. Does that make sense? It doesn't. Albert was in the seed house the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning from visiting Miss White at 10 minutes past 10. What about this? Still doesn't fit. 10:30. Is this how it works? I can't speed it or like skip through it. There we go, finally.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20.
And it could only have been
was last
Mary.
seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time. Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Let's see. Do we use a deduction? Albert is not involved. Albert had time. Albert was with Martin Hamish's accomplice. 10 minutes would have been enough for him to follow, lock the door in order that Martin might activate. No. It's Mary. No, don't crash. What? It just closed. It didn't even have time to crash. Did it save at least? Uh-oh. We might have a problem. Small problem. Still a problem. Why? What's wrong? What don't you like, game? Did you even give a crash warning? It just stopped. Let's see. That minion looks like it has seen some shit. It is just contemplating life, Vietnam flashbacks. I know, right? It's not doing great, I know. It's gonna get better. Even the game is tired. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Please. Let's start from where we left off. I'm not doing the case again. You better work. Game can't even figure out who did it. Yeah, it's like, no, I'm out. You just, yeah, let's leave it there. Oh, it is working. It is working quite nicely. Why don't you want to see it, though? There we go. It works. It's looking out for caterpillars. You never know when they get attacked. Yeah, they just fall from the ceiling, right? It was like, I'm out. It's anticipating it. He's on the lookout, exactly. White is an accomplice. I believe White is an accomplice. She deserves the rope or absolve. She killed him in desperation. Hamish tried to save her. She deserves a second chance. No. You're guilty. As charged. We're sort of mean, aren't we? We're impartial, okay? We're impartial. No being subjective around here. Let's see if we actually made the right choice, though. Because it could be Albert.
How can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Are you sure?
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining. The deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Yes.
Just one moment. Now listen to me,
Zero
Watson.
brain user
I shall
and
see
a
her
liar.
alone.
Nice
You
one.
will conceal yourself
Exactly.
behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing
Catching
spectacular.
her.
The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
What are we gonna do?
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You
Good
do
day
not
to you
seem
too.
surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
What?
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
Oh, she's a
The
junkie.
other side. No!
Oh,
Stop!
no. Hey. No suicide around here.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further.
Yeah, we're sending you to the hanging rope. How is that for help?
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
No. Watson, don't you dare let her die. There we go.
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Holmes is also a junkie, but he wants to share. Oh, you're right. You're right. Probably. Probably. Let's accept our decision. I am happy with it. We're impartial. What did I say? We are impartial. Great. Psychopaths. Let's put it like that. And that is our case for today. I mean, we actually completed 2 cases today, but our first one was quite short. Did not expect it to be that short, to be honest. Definitely did not expect it to be that short. But oh well, it was in the end. How many people did we accidentally kill? We did not accidentally kill anyone. We don't accidentally kill people. We kill them by intention. Wait, come on. We didn't accidentally kill anyone. We're fine. We're good. Obviously. Why would we kill anyone? We're not murderers. And even if we were, we wouldn't get caught. Right? We wouldn't. Playthroughs as criminals in the past have not been... I mean, they have been successful. We're pretty good at it. But we're not exactly stealthy, right? Who would be able to out Holmes? Holmes? I guess so. Maybe he would get bored. Or maybe he would want credit. Because he does like the attention. At least it seems as if he does. Me? Sure, digitally. You are better than Holmes. I mean, we've never seen a detective as smart as you. And also everyone else who puts their socks over their tracksuit. What do you mean? No! No! It's cold! That was accidental. Your comment, I mean. I get it, okay? I do it too. With jeans. No, not with jeans. At work? No. In front of my boss? What? No. At home. At home, because it's cold. And the pants are like tight on the leg at the end. So it's annoying. I can't put the socks onto that. Come on. How did you even notice that? Nice. Not nice, but still. I mean, they are Christmassy though. They are Christmas socks. Everyone does it though. I agree. I do for sure. You've told me. Nice. I mean, socks are cute. But not if you sleep with them. No. How many? I mean, we're doing pretty well. We're pretty... What's it called? Good with solving cases, I'd say. Also very comfy. Yes, they are comfy. They are very comfy. How many cases are there? Technically there is one more, although I'm not sure if we're gonna do the last case. We'll see how things go. But there is one last case technically. We'll see how that goes. And yes, there is only like 6 cases and we've done 5 so far. Because one of them was really short. Took about an hour. Which is short compared to the other ones. But with that being said, this is sort of it for today's case solving. We'll be back live on Friday with Poppy Playtime. That's gonna be fantastic. Can't wait for some scares. And that's it for today's evening. I wish you all a great day or night. And I'll see you on Friday if you want to hop in for that stream. Right. The day's been great.